In this video, I'll be showing you how to cut and sew this mini jacket. For this project, you are going to be needing 1 yard of crepe fabric. So quickly, let's get started. For this project, you need a full pattern paper and you are going to place this on fold for the front part. Now, after placing this on fold, kindly note that the open part of your fold will be the side while the closed part will be the front center. First, I'll draw up my startup line and all my measurements will start immediately after my startup line. I'll go ahead to measure my bust point and my waistline or half length, whichever you call it. To get a straight line, I'll mark out the same thing at the other corner of my pattern paper and I'll connect it like this. Next, I'll mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2 and on that point, I come down by 1 inch. I'll just mark my neck width of 3 inches and connect my shoulder point to this with a slanted line. So I'll go ahead to mark just a basic neckline of 3 by 3 inches. I'll go up 2 inches from my bust point. This is my bust point line and this is my half length. Now on that 2 inches, I'll measure my shoulder measurement divided by 2, mark it out and connect it to the main shoulder. I'm going to make it straight like this for my armhole depth. Just leave this like this. On this point, you go ahead to mark out your bust measurement divided by 4. Then you go to the half length, you mark your waist measurement divided by 4 and you connect this like so. Coming down from your waistline, you come down 7 inches or 5 inches if you don't want it to be as long as mine. For me, I use 7 inches, but you can use 5 if you want it shorter or if you are not a very tall person. On this point, I'll mark out my waist measurement divided by 4. I'll connect it to the waist point like this. So next, I'll go ahead to cut this out as you see me do. After cutting, I will open up my pattern. I will extend my bust point and my waistline to the other side of my pattern. From my slanted shoulder, I'm going to come down by 3 inches and on this 3 inches point, I go in by 1 inch. Now this 3 inches that I came down by is not a constant. You can decide to come down here by 5 inches if you don't want yours to be as high as mine because this style comes in different pattern. You can make it high or low. So you're going to connect this from your 1 inch point to your armhole depth like so with a slanted line like this. Okay, so after you have done this, you're going to go to the down. You mark out your bust span measurement divided by 2 and you go further by 1. For instance, my bust span measurement is 3.5. I go further by 1 to give me 4.5. I'm going to mark this on my full length and on my half length. So I'll connect this line to the waistline like this. Next, you're going to connect this to your 1 inch inward to the down. You connect from the down to forget about the waist point, connect it from the hem part to that part you came in 1 inch inward by. Okay, you came in 1 inch here, you connect it to form a slanted line to that point like this. Okay, forget about this line we connected to the waist point. So next, you connect from the waistline to the tip of this line to get a slanted line like this. Now, before I'll cut this out, we are going to indicate the up, the down, the side, the left and right, else after cutting you might forget where is where. Next thing to do, you're going to connect your armhole depth straight like this. I'll tell you the importance of this line later. So I'm going to cut this out now. Oh, I almost forgot. You're going to measure from that your armhole depth line down to your half length or your waistline. I'll be showing you what you're going to be using this measurement to do as we proceed. So I'll go ahead to cut out the other part as I have marked it out. For the back part, you'll be needing just a single pattern paper not unfold. This part I'll be using as the back center. Now from the up part, I'm going to draw my startup line of 1 inches and every other measurement will be starting after my startup line. I'll go ahead to measure this measurement I got from my armhole depth down to my half length and that is what I am going to be marking as the length of the back part. So this will be the up part and from that part you go ahead to measure your bust measurement divided by 4 and on this second line you measure your waist measurement divided by 4 and you connect the both together like this. Now indicate where your up is, your back center is, the down is and the side is so that you will not mistake the back center as the side or as the up. So after indicating this point, you go ahead to cut this out. Now, for this back part, we are going to be cutting two of it on the main fabric and two of it on the lining. And for the center, it should be cut on fold. Add half inch to the up and to the down. For the side, you can add your seam allowance as much as you want, but for me, I used 1.5 inches for my seam allowance. Notch the upper part so you do not mistake it for the down when you remove your pattern paper. Now for this piece, I say you should cut two on the main fabric and on the lining. I'll be explaining to you later on in the video what we are going to be doing with the two pieces on the main fabric and on the lining that we cut out. For the front, you add 0.5 inch to this part, my seam allowance of 1.5 inch, 0.5 inch to the top and 0.5 inch to the down for seam allowance. You notch the upper part so you do not mistake it for the down part when you unpin your pattern. You are going to cut one of these on the main fabric and one of this on the lining. You open up your pattern like this when you are cutting this out. Now I've gone ahead to cut the back part, two on my main fabric, and I stayed it. Like I said, I have two of these on my main fabric and I added my stay on the main fabric because I'm using cotton stay. Then on the lining, I have two pieces of my lining as well, and I did not add any stay on my lining. I have two pieces of the lining as well. Please, you place this right side facing right side before you go ahead to sew it, and you turn it to the right side, okay, for the both of them. I've done this and I gave it a good ironing. I have turned it and iron this, and like I said, I have two of this is one of it and this is the second one of it. All right, you need two pieces of this back part. I have gone ahead to also turn the front part, and you're going to be arranging this, placing the up part on the up part of the other one and making sure that the sides are equal. You have to pay good attention at this point so you don't get confused, okay? So after you have done this, you're going to be joining the sides of this together, okay? Remember, we have two pieces of the back part, so you take the other piece of the back part and you place it like this. Notice how I'm placing it, right side facing right side. So you're going to go ahead to shape the sides, taking your sewing allowance, and you're also going to put your zipper at the other side. Now, while you are putting your zipper at the other side, make sure you exclude this other flap. For the zipper to use, I recommend you use a zipper that you can easily open or divide into two at the end of the zipper. So this is a zipper that I recommend you use for this mini top. There is one more very important step left. After you must have shaped the sides and fixed your zipper, at the front part, you are going to top stitch the flap by 1 inch line. Now this top stitch is stylish, but it helps to hold your flap down. So this is all. Thanks for watching.